day, my friends. Today we're going to talk about a book called House in the Cerulean Sea by author TJ Klune. It's one of my favorite absolute reads so far this year, and I will tell you why. House in the Cerulean Sea is about a 40-year-old man named Linus who lives in a small box. Not a literal box, but a theoretical, emotional one, you could say. Linus is a hardworking man that only ever does what he's told. He only ever follows the rules, he never questions them. You could even go so far as to say he's almost unemotional, just a blank slate, nothing. As he works for the department in charge of magical youth, or Danie, as he says. His job entails going to orphanages catered to, you guessed it, magical youth. Sprites, mind readers, werewolves, and more, House in the Cerulean Sea guides us into a fantastical world in which normal human beings live in harmony with magical beings. Long ago, humans made it necessary for magical beings in order to register themselves within their local government's database. It was a way to keep tabs on them, to keep track of them and see where they were. And if for any reason the children that they had got separated from them, some reasons are implied as more diabolical than others, then the Danie orphanages is where they would end up. Caseworkers like Linus go in between each orphanage and make sure that the heads of households are taking care of the children and treating them with the utmost care and respect that they need to be in order to be, treated properly. That they aren't abused, a good person. In his 17 years of his tenure, he has shut down 17 orphanages. He's very good at his job. Takes it very seriously. He's a rule follower. Speaking of rule follower, Linus is so strictly a rule follower that he basically reads his work's rules and regulations book nightly in order to get to bed. A 947-page book he reads nightly, as though it were a bedtime story. Naturally, the stress of his job, the expectations of his job, and the expectations set on him to do his job are a incredibly big stressor in his life, and even his doctor has told him to
just chill out. Drink a 7-Up, eat a moon pie. Quit
being a caseworker.
And though Linus agrees with his doctor and wants nothing more than to escape to the ocean, a place that he's never been to, he feels trapped and unable to move. However, the extremely upper management of his company, yes, that's what they're actually called, the extremely upper management, singled him out as the perfect candidate to monitor a very specific orphanage. The extremely upper management of Danie is made up of 4 people. 1 man and 3 women. Nope, wrong way around. 1 woman and 3 men. He's almost interrogated as to why he's so stellar at his job. They ask him why he's so thorough and why he has yet to have any sort of emotional or strong emotional attachment to any of the places that he's helped beforehand. Why he's so factual and formal in every single one of his case files instead of informal with thoughts and feelings of his own accord. The upper management is extremely pleased by his vault-like attitude. No feelings get in, but perhaps more especially, no feelings get out. He's perfect for the job. Linus is tasked with living in an orphanage that has a level 4 security clearance, which is the highest level in this book, for a single month. He has to live there, day in, day out, in a high security, I was gonna say prison, but orphanage, for a month. And he's particularly tasked with keeping special tabs on the master of the orphanage, Arthur Parnassus. You see, Arthur has been giving less than spectacular or less than stellar monthly reports on the children that he oversees. And Arthur is tasked with making sure that all is fine and dandy, making sure that all the rules are being obeyed, all the children are safe and calm, because he's not giving us any information. He's basically tasked with the purpose of making sure that this specific orphanage can stay open. As quickly as he's told this information, Linus is told to get out, pack, and get on the next train that happens at like 8:30 in the morning. He packs his things and he packs his cat Calliope. I love this cat. And is soon on the move to a house that is on the top of the hill by the Cerulean Sea. House in the Cerulean Sea. The place that he's always wanted to go to, the ocean, he now gets to live there for a month. And also make sure that kids aren't being abused, but vacation. As far as the plot is concerned for the rest of the book, I don't want to give it away. It is simply a journey that you have to take on your own, but trust me when I say that it is so very worth it. It's just under 400 pages. It's perfect. It's literally such a good, heartwarming story, and I truly think that you need to read it. It's cozy, it's wondrous, it's funny, it's illuminating, it challenged my way of thinking, actually. I loved it. It was great. When it challenged my way of thinking, it made me think that maybe the organizations that are set in place are meant to fail. Maybe the organizations that are built to help people are built on the very foundations of trying to keep those people down. Keep them down and unable to get back up without their help. Klune even asks you in the book, were the magical beings made to disclose their every detail about themselves to the government because they wanted to, or because if they didn't, some sort of harm would come their way? Mental, physical, emotional, you name it. They would get hurt, or a loved one would get hurt, or maybe it's the people that are taught those prejudices, that live in the same communities as the magical beings, that thrust that harm upon them. After all, the government didn't do it. It is in my belief that House in the Cerulean Sea is a good metaphor for marginalized people today. It takes a stand against it, but does so in a way that is gentle on the mind. It teaches the reader how such little differences can make a world of difference. Like having a conversation with someone can kickstart a world of change. And I know that there's a lot that I can say about this topic, specifically in this book or otherwise, but I truly believe that it's something that you have to experience for yourself. This book is a journey, and it makes you feel the emotions that I can't give to you. You simply have to do it on your own. House in the Cerulean Sea tackles so many ideas in just under the 400 pages that it is. At any age, at any stage in your life, you can change your life for the better. At any age, at any stage in your life, you could realize that the box you've been living in is just that. At any age, at any stage in your life, you could end up finding the love of your life and end up raising a bunch of kids together. And you could teach those kids every single day that they are worthy of love, that the dark thoughts that they have are not all that they are, that learning the skills you choose to take on takes time, and it's understandable if you're frustrated at how long it's taking, that following and nurturing your passions is something to strive for, even if it seems a bit silly to people who barely know you. It's a journey that you have to go on all by yourself. You have to feel all the emotions on your own, but I can almost guarantee you that you are going to come out a better person on the other side, and it makes it all the more worth it. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that this book changed me. It changed me for the better, and I always wish that I could go back and read it again for the first time just to experience it all over again. So, without further ado, House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune is going to be my very first 5-star read. I loved it very, very much, and I hope that you guys do too. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed. Next time, I'm going to be coming back with a review of Priory of the Orange Tree. I liked it. It was alright for the most part. I loved the world building. I got a couple thoughts on it, and I need to share it with you guys. So go ahead and take a look at any of my other videos on my channel if you liked this one. Be sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time with Priory of the Orange Tree. Goodbye!